All right, what's up, everybody? Just got off of my morning Zoom training and just really thinking about the conversation that we were having. That basically my stance on almost every situation is that, and one of the reasons why I'm doing these videos is because I really believe that everybody wants to improve their situation a little bit, and our job, especially as physical therapists and other healthcare practitioners, is to try to help guide people in the right direction so they can make those improvements. And there's a lot of people out there that are not really leading people in the right direction, right? So a lot of times what I hear from people, especially the higher achievers, that it's all about discipline and it's all about mindset and it's all about these things that they've already figured out, right? Some of those things come more naturally to people than others, or at least it seems that way. I always think back to like my sixth grade classroom. There were just some people that were, genetically a little bit more gifted than other people, and there were some people that were way more genetically gifted than other people in intelligence. Some people, I grew up with a kid that ended up being basically a savant saxophone player, Matt Blowstein. If anybody's seeing this that knows that guy, I mean, he was an absolute freak when we were kids. We're not all the same, and we're not all designed and destined for the same things. And one of the things is that we can't all be high achievers. And so the people that become high achievers, right, we shouldn't look back at other people and knock them, right? It's our job to help lead them. It's our job to help keep them going in the right direction and to pull them along with us and show them the light, and show them the way, right? And it's a really interesting thing that I see that happens, especially with a lot of people that have made a lot of accomplishments in their lives, right? We need to make sure that we're looking back and trying to help everybody else, instead of kind of, I guess, being the judge. We need to take off our white wigs and focus on, the fact that we've been blessed to be, given these skills and these talents and these gifts, whatever you want to call them. We've been, ordained for these things that we're doing in our lives. And, one of those things, once you reach a certain point, and I learned this from, one of my mentors in Cincinnati, the Bob Mangine, the kind of the reflection or the score, or however you want to look at it, of a good leader isn't how many followers they create, but it's really how many leaders that they're able to create. I think it was Ralph Nader maybe that had that quote. Bob made me read that. And again, remember that no matter who you're around, it's likely that they can improve. There's obviously some, serious degenerates out in society, but there's story after story after story about how those people can change their lives for the better. And I think all of us need to treat people like they can improve and like they want to improve. And we're not all the same, and that's okay. And we need to embrace that. And the leaders that are out there, it's hard. Being a leader is not easy, right? And it's not for everybody. And if you are in a situation where you can be a leader, then you have to recognize that, these people that are in these situations that, you may look at and think, oh, they're not really doing their best, or, they don't really care about this, or, they're, right now one of the narratives is everybody's kind of sucking the government teat, right? And it's our job to help lead them in the right direction. Now, as a leader, you can't sacrifice yourself all the time for everybody, and you have to part of being a leader is learning, who to help in certain situations and who to help in other certain situations in different ways, right? And it's tough. Like I said, if you're going to be a leader, right, and if you're going to be somebody that runs out in front of the group and has the answers and the skills and the know-how, then there's some level of moral obligation to go back to the rest of the group and help them. So it's not easy. It's the same thing as being a parent or a husband, right? Leadership is not easy. So, all right, I just want to leave that with you. Again, happy Monday. Try to be your best out there. Keep self-actualizing. And if you're a leader, don't forget to try to help those around you self-actualize as well. All right, talk to you later. Thanks.